Hey everybody, on this episode of Mr. Fix, I'm going to show you how to put a cold air return into a basement. So, this is what you're going to need from Home Depot. I've been told doesn't really necessarily mean the big size, so 14 by 6 should be good. Alright? Tools that you're going to need for this job: measuring tape, pencil, oscillating saw would be very handy to cut the baseboard over there, a vacuum for cleaning, your good old drill, a level, a pencil, and maybe some of these plugs. We'll see how it goes. So, I had the air conditioner replaced, and our good friends at Furnace Factory Direct put in a cold air return for me that goes in between. There's a stud here and a stud there. So, on the other side, we're going to have to punch a hole at the bottom so then it can kind of like take out all that cold air. So, what I want to do is I want to measure from this side approximately to the other one, and I think it was about 94, something like that would be the middle. So I'm going to use that measurement and go on the other side. Alright, so 94, give or take the baseboard over here, which should bring us in line to about here. Now remember that the stud on the other side was further over there, so I should see a stud and that's probably right where I'm looking at here. Okay, so stud finder would be good. That's about where the stud is. Remember, this is going to take this plate like this. I'm going to cut the baseboard out. I'm going to put it on. So I'm going to replace all that. So I'm going to have to cut it. Now what I'm hoping to do is get one of these screws into that stud. So it should help. Then the rest, once I cut, I'm going to use one of those plugs. I'm going to put a plug in here just to hold this screw in. It should be okay. So first things first, I'm going to start to cut a little bit above just to make sure I know where that stud is 100%. And then I'm going to start cutting the baseboard in line straight. And then after that, I'm going to do the other side, and then we'll punch a hole for the whole thing. Okay, so I can see the 2x4 or 2x6, whatever it is, right over here. So that's good. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do it right in line with that 2x4, with that stud. So then I'm going to overlap probably just that little bit here. I'm going to cut a little bit more out of here, and then we're going to cut a straight line, get rid of the baseboard, and also so we're probably going to go in line with the baseboard too. So I'll do a measurement. And of course, this stupid thing is in the way, of course. You know, that's what you have kids for. Anyways, but I'll be able to move it and stick it like that. So this actually worked pretty good here. If I get this, I can use this as a line. That'd be good. I want to probably catch something like this, like that. And make a measurement here. Good for that, pretty much like this. And then I'll do the other side. Pretty much like this. And you know, with this oscillating saw, it doesn't have to be 100% perfect, but you know, you could cock it if you had to afterwards, but more than likely you probably wanted to fit just right instead of doing it like a gap and hole. Alright, so I'm going to cut all this out and cut along the top of this, and then what we should do is be able to pry this all off along with the drywall that's behind there, and then we'll test fit this one and then do a couple of screws. Now remember, I measured it all the way. So what'll probably happen here for this last screw, I'll probably have to see what's behind there, and might have to put a piece of 2x4 or something, build it up in here, because obviously there's going to be a one at the base anyways that's there. So let me see what happens, but more likely I'll probably have to put a piece of 2x4 behind there to screw this piece in. The plugs won't work obviously because I'm cutting it out. All right. I didn't bring a large pair of a large pry bar or anything like that to get in there. Hopefully with the hole, should come out. The stupid toys weren't in the way. There we go. So that's pretty good. There we go. Watch the nail. Watch the nail there. So you can hear it. So we are definitely in the correct position. All right, let me see what happened here. So this wasn't really a stud. It was like some kind of gapping thing that I did here. But this is gonna work out perfectly because I got a piece of wood right here. This is gonna be amazing. I'm gonna get rid of these guys, clean it up a little bit. This thing should slide in no problem, hopefully. But that looks pretty good. I'm gonna get those screws out of here. And we want to clean these up because we want a nice flat area in order to sit the cold air return. Wow. Wouldn't even have guessed that. This would have been perfect alignment. That one's 14 inches. Typically on studs it's 16. Wow, worked out pretty good here. So anyway, just a little bit of cleanup here. Just some of this paper. Cold air returns should face down right on the ground itself. The lower the better because it soups. You want the cold air to follow the ground and then get sucked in. So let's see what happens here. I haven't tried it yet. So that's pretty good. Let me see here. Now as far as the only issue that it has, it's a little bit of a gap at the bottom. If I screw it in, you'll see that it'll go like this. So what I'm probably gonna have to do is take a piece of this drywall, cut it. I don't have a knife. Cut it, put it here. Oh, yeah, that piece. Well, that's pretty shoemaker, but if it works. So that works out a little bit better. So, only thing I'm missing, a couple of screws, hold everything in place. Now obviously, if it was in a better spot, or a spot that people would see it more, I'd probably spend a little bit more time doing it a little bit better, but you know what, at the end of the day, this is in a very awkward position. Breaking my Apple Watch while we're at it. What the hell? You filming this film? That hit something stupid. Perfect. This strip at the end of the day, it's in there pretty good. All right, pushes back in. You got the toys that are there. It's not bad. If you wanted to, you can take a little bit of caulking and caulk it up a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's okay. Right, everybody, so not a very difficult job to do. You could run into problems screwing it to something behind. I was lucky, I was able to find something, but other than that, you can see that usually there's going to be some kind of wood along the base of the wall that you could probably just attach something to and then just screw it to it. So at the end of the day, very important, but there's a lot of people like myself that finish the basement, don't think about it and just go. But it's really easy to patch into one of the cold airs, have it going down one of these walls, make sure the other side's enclosed, put in a vent, and you're good to go. So good luck to you, and thanks for watching Mr. Fix.